Kind of going back to like the scaling landscape, like how do you explain, how Arbitrum is different to people? Like when you're trying to talk to them and be like, there's all these other options, but you should use Arbitrum because XYZ. Like what are normally the big talking points that come up?
Yeah, so I would say there's two, and I'll talk the book now, right? There's two things. One is technical, right? So at Offchain Labs, and again, obviously now with the Arbitrum DAO being like controlling the public protocol, it's a little different because there's nothing that we can do that affects the public protocol without a vote from the community. Like I think right so far the community has embraced a lot of our roadmap of like what we want to do with the technology, and like obviously there's like probably 50 orbit chains on production already that are tapping into this either on mainnet or testnet. So like Psy, for example,
Yes.
Sobe's chain, I'm sure we'll talk about that for a little bit, but so we're working on the technology, but we've, I would say, been at the forefront of scaling and like production ready, mature environments. I think that's resonated with a lot of people, right? Like Arbitrum's been battle tested for like 2.5 years now, probably the furthest in the decentralization roadmap in terms of like community having the ability to take control of contracts so that it's not controlled by like a single entity. We're moving forward with like Stylus, which is like a really cool thing, which we probably haven't done a good enough job marketing, which is basically like today Arbitrum's like EVM compatible. And like there's a lot of rollups that are EVM compatible, so it's not a product differentiator. We added Stylus, it's already live on testnet, which is basically like take a second virtual machine, put it side by side the EVM, so you have full interoperability. It's not like a second blockchain which you have to bridge. It's one blockchain. And you can write your contracts in like Rust, C, C++. We're going to add Move, and we're hoping to add like Cairo, and other languages that fully interoperate with the EVM.
Gotcha.
And the advantages of that are like if you have like a Solana style contract in Rust, right now you don't have anywhere to go. You have to stay on Solana. You can't tap into the EVM or you have to rewrite in Solidity. This is like, all right, no, you can just write in Rust and like, okay, you want to write something on top of Uniswap? Like you can. Like you can have a Solana app interact with Uniswap. Like obviously not on Solana, but on Arbitrum using some Stylus stuff. A lot of people are really excited about the technical roadmap at the like at developer level. I think that's probably not. I think that's our Offchain Labs strongest suit. I mean, the Arbitrum community strongest suit is the developers community of builders. It's just like I would say there's not a comparable ecosystem of builders. Maybe so. I mean, obviously Ethereum, but like let's put that aside for a second.
Yeah.
That's like everybody, right? Maybe Solana's like starting to get there. But the Arbitrum ecosystem, particularly in DeFi, is unmatched.